Hey everyone, it's Simon Hurley from Inklips, back at it again with another video, and today I'm going to show you how to use Copic markers to get a faux watercolor color blocking look. I know it's a mouthful, but it looks really cool once it's done, so let's just get right into the tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to start off by stamping my butterfly down using some Copic friendly ink. However, I'm not using the Misty today because I abandoned it because it wasn't clean for today's video. But we're going to move on to the coloring. I started off with a light pink color here, and I'm going to start off by coloring the corner or the inside of the butterfly. Add some ridges, add some texture. It makes it a little more interesting. Then I'm going in with the next darkest color, which is a reddish sort of color, leaving a border around the pink so you can still see some of that. Then I'm going to really transform this into some fake watercolor by using this alcohol ink blending pen if you already have it for alcohol inks, or a Copic blender pen, which will probably work a little bit better. And we're just going to blend that out, which really gives it the nice faux watercolor look that I'm going for in today's video. So this gives you sort of a watercolor look without actually having to pull out the watercolors and go throughout that whole messy process, so you can get a really quick and easy card done. So I'm just going to keep color blocking here. All you need to do really to make this look super interesting is leave a little bit of a border around the colors so they don't all mix together, and then also just kind of create a lot of different ridges and kind of create it all together like a puzzle to give it a lot of detail and interest as you're coloring this all together. If you do that, it'll definitely assure for a really cool card to give it all the texture that you need. Being completely realistic, you do not need Copic markers to do this technique. I know it sometimes can be hard to get lost in all the Copic, but really any alcohol marker will work. Go to the store, find some Sharpies, find them in a bunch of different colors, and you can really replicate this technique. You just go to the Sharpie section, pull them all off the shelf, buy them, of course, buy them first, and then you can go home and color with them, and you don't even really need an alcohol blending pen. This just makes it look like watercolor, but if you want to just create color blotches and kind of create like a puzzle look, you really can do that with just some simple Sharpie markers. Anyways, back to the card. So I'm basically just coloring it with 4 different main colors plus the darker color of each one. So that's 8 colors, and then I also added some grays on later in the background. You'll hear about that in just a little bit here. But I'm just kind of fitting them in like a puzzle together and kind of creating ridges and edges to make it a little more detailed. You can also go in with a bunch of different colors and just deck this whole butterfly out. But I decided to keep it really simple and keep the main focus on just the different coloring that I had on here, since I don't do it super often and I don't get to do coloring as much as I would like to. To give the background a little more interest, I'm adding a really light gray color all around the edges, and let's just take a moment here because my marker's dead and I have to refill it, but I don't really want to refill it because I've used this marker so much, but I have to. Okay, so then I'm taking a little bit of a darker gray and I'm going to add that right on the inside of it, leaving a little border like I did with all the other colors. That way I can go back in with my alcohol blending pen and blend it all out to make it look like the rest of the card, but it adds a little more interest in the background. So then after I have added that detail in, I'm going to stamp down the sentiment, "You made my day," add that all onto a card base, and that's basically your finished card. It was super simple, super easy. I love how the main focal was a bunch of coloring since I don't get to do this super often, and I hope you guys really liked this tutorial. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more of my content like this one and never miss a new video from me. I'll have 2 videos linked on screen if you want to watch a little bit more of me, and don't forget to check out all my social media links. Also, all the products will be listed and linked down below in the description or over at my blog, inklips.com. If you want to go head over there, there will be much more information and many more pictures about this card and many others. I'll see you guys very soon in another card making, DIY, crafting, or whatever kind of video I make next. See you guys soon. Bye.